Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. We're gonna talk about GME. I think yeah, some new insight to the chart and what's maybe happening. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Ring the bell so you won't frown. Okay. I gotta forgot to put that in there. Maybe that's it. Of course, SPY starts as if everybody calls. Owie. Being false on Twitter at Happy Money YT. We also have a Discord server. Link for that is in the description. I've got right here Astra. It's halted on the downside. They just had a rocket launch. So sell the news. GameStop kind of is doing something a little different. So I think it's changed on our chart. The range. SPY, this was from Fed Bueller. He was bearish or hawkish tones or whatever, and market kind of took that bad. But SPY's doing kind of what we were saying, just kind of trading in a range. It did pop up here into this kind of fib range, but it's just getting choppy and just literally just staying in this range, not breaking that fib level. We'll see if it holds above that 450 and it just hangs out up here if it kind of comes back here. GME held up pretty well though. This SPY today, when SPY was coming down heavy here, GME's descent was much more gradual. That being said, we were way overbought on the hourly, and that's actually cooled off now, which is nice. We haven't crossed over bearish on the MACD yet. On this hourly candle, we've got 40 minutes to close. Looks like it's kind of ticking back up here too. So we'll see what happens into close. But thinking about it and looking at it more, I am wondering. Sorry, actually, I want to open up a short put on Astra once it resumes. Scoop up some cheap shares. So the rocket actually, I guess it took off fine, got into orbit, and then I think it blew up something because they said it lost a payload. That's actually probably when the video transmission went out. I just thought the video feed went out. I wasn't even thinking the vehicle the video was on went out. Anyways, yeah, so these troughs, they've all had kind of this retest and then a rip. A bottom, a little rally, retest, rip. Some haven't had a big rally, just like this. This one's kind of prolonged, kind of a longer time. But I'm wondering if we're actually just hitting the top of the trough now, if we're in this range right here. See, I put these lines on top of the resistances of these troughs. That's to kind of see how far they retraced on the downward angle. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, see how all these troughs had this resistance, and basically they came up and retraced. I don't know. I'm not doing fib levels or anything like that on this. I'm just kind of looking at it roughly and seeing how far up it came back to the previous consolidations. This is kind of the consolidation here, and it retraced back almost to the support of that. Well, actually past the support of this, but almost to like the median support, I'd say, of that consolidation. This one did the same thing. So the trough peak came up and kind of hit the support on the previous consolidation kind of phase. So I'm wondering if my timeline is just too far ahead, and we're not, because I thought if we broke that resistance, this is us, and maybe that wasn't resistance that we're breaking yesterday and today. Maybe we haven't even built the peak yet, and we're just building it now, and that's kind of what it's starting to look like. So what that would mean is, I mean, this price action is a little bit different. This let's see, was it that run? This run was kind of bigger daily candles, so it could be more like this one, or even this one. So there's a pretty big one there. But if the trough is going to continue, see, these were actually some pretty big days. That was a big wick. If it continues this pattern, I would say, unless if we actually go all the way back up and hit like that 160 resistance, I think we might be hitting the peak of the trough and then probably retrace back down into the 90s, and then have our rip into the earnings. Because if you look back here, I mean, sometimes it's real late. I mean, this rip into earnings, it started sooner, but it was really only like 7-8 days. So it's not like it has to start early, and who knows, maybe they'll start it late and it'll keep ripping after earnings. Or I could just be wrong, and they're not gonna repeat this whole trough sequence that they've repeated 3 times, and we're just gonna get kind of this grind up, like we're seeing, where it doesn't come back down and retest. It just kind of moves like a more normal stock, and maybe that's because of the 100% utilization. I don't know, but it's so far the last 3 days looked very, very normal. Not manipulated, and not just because I'm saying it's going up, just the price action. We don't have these huge short attack rug pulls for the most part, and it's made kind of bull flags and just kind of looked pretty normal. And today the RSI was really high, and it's kind of come down. It came down with the market, and it all looks normal. So I did take quite a bit of profits today on some of my positions. The ones for the end of March I didn't really, but the earlier stuff I did. Yeah, just because it's slowing down, and the fact that we broke through this resistance just like we did back here and we didn't rip, I'm thinking more that we are at the peak of the trough and not kind of breaking out. That, or it's just a totally different cycle and it's just going to do its own thing. Or one other thing that's actually really interesting, BrainChip, the kind of algorithm clone stock to GME. If you look at that action there on a little shorter time frame, but it's kind of ahead of us. It did this dip and we kind of thought we were here, and then it ripped back up and then just consolidated at that 145 range, which would be your 150 for us. So we might see something like that, just kind of a nice bullish grind up to that kind of range here, and then a ladder up from there up into earnings. It could be like that, and maybe we already saw a retest, but this is different. This price action is different, because if these were the peaks in the trough and we broke out of that and we didn't kind of have big days like we have, like this one and even that one, then price action is different. Unless if, again, this is the peak of the trough, we're going to come down and retest, and then we'll wait to break through wherever this high is. So I think it could still be the peak of the trough, even if we come up a little more. I feel like it could probably retrace all the way up to maybe even like 140. You might have even a little bit more, and then if it kind of is dying off, and then, but it's got to happen pretty quick if we're going to have it before earnings. That's the only thing. So we'll see. I'm playing it safe. I did get some bearish plays on it too, just for the downside in case it does come down. It's kind of a good little hedge. I mean, SPY is really weak today, and GameStop not that bad. Yeah, so we'll see. TA wise on the hourly, it hasn't crossed bearish yet. Looks like it might though. 30 minutes it has. And let's show you guys the plays. I want to keep Astra up here. That resumes. I'm gonna get something. Okay, I'll keep that there. Did kind of a lot of stuff today. I was opening up too much bullish stuff probably because the market I feel like could be rug pulled at any moment. But here we go. History. Wow, okay. Did a lot more than I realized. About to cover. This is the stuff I closed. I didn't open anything on GameStop, I don't think. Yeah, no, I didn't open anything on GameStop. Just closed, or I guess the bearish plays I did. So closed some put credit spreads, realized some gains. I think we realized like 5 or 6 grand today. But the thing is though, is it's some of those were rollovers, and so I might have been down on them already. But I just decided to close them anyways, and I can reopen as I see fit, I suppose. I bought a lift call. Uber got halted on news, and yeah, that didn't end up working out. I scaled into SoFi, call debit spreads. They're going to be, I mean, they're hosting the Super Bowl, their stadium. So I thought that might make it rally. It's also at a cheap price. Chart looks good on that. And I guess there's a pretty high short interest. I don't know. It's been buzzing around a little bit lately too. So wondering if might have a run. But if the market's scared, then we're going to go back into consolidation or dropping on these risk off trades. DNA also, I heard they have an ad on the Super Bowl coming out. That's on Sunday, I believe. And their chart also looks pretty good. I mean, a lot of these charts look real similar to GME, honestly. From November, heavy rip down, consolidation drop. I mean, it's a lot of them are very similar. So got, what do we get on DNA? Just got 2 $6 calls. Closing more positions. Got more SoFi. I don't even know what all that is. Yeah, I just got more SoFi. I don't know why it's all spread out like that. It's weird. Bought IRNT calls, $4 calls, and then my bearish plays on GME. IRNT, it actually rallied a lot today. It's not really a good day to get into it, but I think I'll forget about it if I don't. Chart looks nice, a lot of volume. It did have news about them working with, I don't know if it was the government or who, defense. Yeah, so this thing's probably been heavily shorted as well, just based on the volatility of that chart and how far it's come down. So we'll see on that. I don't even know. So annoying. Yeah, a lot of stuff kind of came down today just with the market. That's still halted. CLF, I'm gonna hold this through earnings. I sold one and made this free. So I got rid of a lot of the stuff on GameStop. Freed up a lot of cash. We've got 27 grand in buying power, so I can, once this trough is over, I can scale into some long positions on GME. The bearish plays I set up, let's see, is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, I don't know why that chart looks so weird. It's a 95-120 put debit spread, and then I actually just have one naked or long 120 put, and that's it. So everything for next Friday, those two are bearish for next Friday, and then okay, I have this put, that's gonna go worthless though. And then I have a long put credit spread for next Friday, which I'll probably end up rolling if we don't get up above, well, 160. So we'll see. We could be up over 160 by next Friday though, honestly. Like GME's in its kind of volatility zone, so it could rally. And then I didn't sell any of these March 25th 160 calls. I'll ride these down and up and just hold them. This is a nice insurance for me if GME rallies at any point. It's good enough time, and that covers earnings too. And I wonder if Ash will stay halted for a while because news. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm not super certain yet. Like I said, I think it could even come all up to 140 before it maybe comes back down and excuse me, and retests. I think if we rip past that, and even if we hit to 140, if it has momentum and kind of keeps going, it's probably not likely to come down and repeat this retest pattern. So kind of just gotta play it on the short term and see what happens. I mean, the chart still looks nice. See how the SPY how the overall market weighs in. CPI this morning was 7.5%. Expectations were 7.1. Market seemed to rip on that a little bit, but sometimes the first initial reaction is the opposite of what it's actually going to do. So we'll see about that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on Discord. Have a good afternoon. Peace out.